Welcome back to the Ace of Shade, uncut conversations about life, love, and all that shit in between. This is your host, Shantis.
I'm Keisha.
And I'm Ashley. Hey y'all, welcome back. Welcome
Hi.
back. Ooh,
Hi.
welcome back. We missed y'all kind of a little bit. Nah, I'm just playing.
We do miss the people.
I'm just
Hi,
playing.
We
people.
miss y'all a lot.
We do miss y'all. We miss kicking the shit for real. Speaking of kicking the shit, we're just gonna jump right on into it.
Oh,
I just got something on my heart
speak about it.
that I have to get off. You all know that I work very closely with children between the ages of 6 to 19. And anytime that you work with children, you can't just work with children, you have to work with their parents. And I've come to the realization that as an adult, everybody ain't wrapped tight. Everybody cake is not done. The elevator does not go all the way up to the top floor for a lot of people. And just because you are considered an adult does not mean that you are mature enough to handle the things that come your way. And I say all that to say, my good people, that we all know. Well, maybe not everybody knows, but working with kids, they will bicker, fight, whatever. Tuesday, they hate each other. I can't stand her. She get on my nerves. Wednesday, 8 o'clock a.m. Friend. I'm like, okay, whatever. I've been doing this for about a good 7 years, so I'm like, whatever. I take these little bickers between these girls with a grain of salt, like it's nothing. So I try to stay out of their business, but apparently there was some riffraff going on with the team. And I'm like, well, if it gets serious, that's when I jump in. Or when it just takes it to a whole nother level, I'm like, okay, just whatever. I'm gonna just call your mama. So it had got to that point because you can't reason with children. You know what I'm saying? Because they're children, they don't know, they're not wise enough, they haven't experienced enough. So it had just kind of got to the point where it just was lingering too long for me. And I don't like drama, I don't like confusion. I don't know who does, but
Some people love it.
some
people love
What?
that drama. They thrive off.
I
Of
mean,
it.
yes, there are
Function and
some people
dysfunction.
that can
Right.
function in a dysfunction,
Yes.
toxic environment. I'm not one of
Mhm.
those people. Well, I can function with dysfunction, but not toxic, not toxic.
Mhm.
And I try to okay. So this is one of those situations where I have become a mentor and didn't mean to. So mentor on accident. So
We
I don't.
talked about this.
Okay.
So I don't immediately go to their parents. I try to teach the girls the right way to do things and take it as a teachable moment and for them to learn something. But no. So I was like, listen, this is just going too far. Let me just call your mom. Do y'all know? In my mind, I was thinking I can't talk to the children because I need to have a rational, mature conversation. So I reach out to the mama. Well, hell, at least I try to reach out to the mama. And she hit me with some ghetto shit. Like, but you know what, y'all? Let me tell you.
Right.
I mean,
Elaborate.
just how I took it. Now, I have known this parent for 2 years, and I have never had an uncomfortable conversation with her, and I've never really had a real like uncut conversation with her. So I kind of only knew her on the surface. So as I've learned in my world of communication, you can't text message shit, okay? I can't hear your tone, especially if I don't know like how you deal with shit. Like
Right.
we can't be texting. I don't know, like you say one word and I
Right.
feel one way, but you mean
That's the fastest way to get something misconstrued.
right, and that's another form of confusion which I don't like, and I'm an adult, so like I try to avoid that at all costs. So I'm like, hey, can I just call you real quick? You handle I'm handling my children. You handle your people over there. Wait, what? That was the text message.
That's what she said.
That's what she texted me. I'm handling. I haven't. I just clearly asked if I could call her and discuss some things that were going on with the team, and I really was just calling to get an understanding of, because it's three sides to every story. Your side, the other side, and the truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was just trying to, because I heard my girl's side. I'm just trying to hear the other people's side and understand. Okay, so this is what's going on. Let me figure out. Let's just die down or whatever. But I didn't even get a chance to talk to her, y'all. This lady would not pick up the phone for me, and I respect her.
She would not pick up the phone.
She would not pick up the phone. Not only was she not,
your call.
not only would she not pick up the phone, it's just like
She might start asking.
it was just like the conversation was as if I said, hello, how are you? What would you like to eat? Them dogs out there over keep barking and tearing up my trash can. I'm like, okay, so would you like cheese on your hamburger? And let me tell you another thing. And I'm like, but we're talking about, you see what I'm saying? Like the conversation was weird. Like the energy was off because I'm coming at you in like a because again, y'all, I've known the lady for 2 years and I've never had any like weird situation, any type of like craziness to go on with her. So I thought I could just like hit her up and be like, like this is crazy. What's going on? But no, she hit me.
Nope.
She hit me with that ghetto. Now, if anybody starts the conversation with, "I'm taking care of my children over here. You take care of those children over there." How are you supposed to take that, y'all? You can. That is not anything positive. There's no positive way to take that, right?
You just bow down gracefully, say, "Okay, thank you."
Right, but remember early on I said I was done being tried, like walked over, or I gotta be more
You
direct.
can't force
You did
somebody
say that
to
for the new year now.
communicate.
No, but
You said that for the new year
I'm
now.
not going to just allow you to treat me any kind of way. But again, y'all, I have so much respect for this lady, or had, or whatever.
I'm about to say, do you?
Yeah, well, I had. I kind of. Well,
I mean, you do. She just got poor communication skills.
Right, and that's kind of what it is. And it's so unfortunate that
There's
people
a lot of
out
people with
there.
poor communication
Yes,
skills.
it's a lot of people out there that have really poor communication skills. And so y'all, like again, I've known this lady for 2 years. We never had no mess. So it just didn't sit well with me. I was just like, I
So
just
what did
thank
you say to make you feel like you was untried? You said you wasn't gonna be tried no more.
I know,
so.
but I said that so. But then I was fighting with myself because I was like,
You said it.
yeah, I said it,
I was
but
just gonna be
like,
like, okay.
yeah. So that's kind of I did bow out gratefully the first time. But usually, y'all, when I get, because I have kind of been in a situation where people have written a narrative about a situation and it made me and my character and my image kind of look kind of negative. So usually I don't give a shit about none of that. I'm like, listen, if you know me, you know me. So if you believe that shit, then that's on you. We weren't cool. No way. But for some reason, this just didn't sit well in my spirit. I felt like her children had created this narrative that just was horrific, when it came to me. So 2 days later, I had to text it because it can't bother me. When you sleep and you think about it and you dream about
Okay,
it.
so you didn't want to let it go?
I couldn't let that shit go.
Okay.
I could not let that shit go, y'all.
Okay.
So I text her again because obviously I can't call you. So I'm like, you aggressively told me, how you feel and whatever, whatnot. It just didn't sit well with me. It's kind of what I told her. She said, I wasn't aggressive. That was your perception. And she said, I told you that I wished. She said, I'm not angry at all. Oh, I'm not upset at all. And she was like, I told you I wished you much success on your future endeavors. What in the world was aggressive about that? I said, you're absolutely right. That's totally my perception. I said, that's why I hate texting because I have to infer how you feel. Because she did tell me she was a matter of fact person. And I'm like, I had no idea you were a matter of fact person. I told her this. I'm like, I don't know.
You don't talk on the phone.
You don't. This is the perfect example of why you can't text everything. And you know what? This texting and shit, that's making our children cowards. It's a very cowardly action.
And a lot of other things.
Yes, but this is at the forefront of it. That's why you got these internet bullies, these finger bullies. Okay, you got so much to say in a text message, in a DM, on Instagram.
You know
whatever.
what I realized too, and I will say this because texting is a form of writing. Some people are better writers than they are vocally, and they have a hard time. Like if you just talking to somebody, you like, damn, you text like you talk like you have a good conversation, then you start talking to them, what the fuck is happening?
That's why. Okay.
When serial dating.
When serial dating.
Lesson 101.
Lesson 101,
You
baby.
have to talk to these motherfuckers on this phone.
You do.
Because
they can
meet
take a good game.
Yes. Yeah. You be like, oh, they seem cool. They seem funny. Everything is fine. You get in person, they're weird as fuck.
Yeah.
Because you didn't talk on the phone.
And you know what?
That's important.
A lot of, I don't want to say that. That's going to be wrong. A lot of people who are not good conversationalists tend to be online dating because it's easier to do. Because you first start out in the DM, then we text for like another 2 weeks, and then people never sit down and really have that conversation.
And I'm talking to myself.
Yeah, and this is like, do you have any kids? Yes.
Right.
Bitch, how old? How many? Like, the conversation keeps rolling.
Exactly.
It takes two people to have a conversation.
Exactly.
And I'm like,
I didn't.
and I just be like, you know what? I don't think you like me like that, so I'm just gonna answer that. Just
it gets
I
bad, and I didn't care for talking on the phone to people. I don't
Yeah, that's not really my thing. I would prefer to
but
text
I learned
when
the hard way.
Talk.
Yeah, I learned the hard way. You need to have at least one phone conversation.
Yeah.
I don't like to text a whole lot. I mean, it just really depends on who it is and what we're talking about. But I mean, for a situation where I guess anything could be taken out of context or anything could get misconstrued, I feel like a quick conversation could solve it all. But this just really taught me three things. It taught me one, actually, you got to be okay with things not being okay. Because there is nothing that I did wrong in this situation, and I combed through it.
But it is okay.
Yeah, I combed through it, and I'm like, look, I tried to do the adult thing. I tried to do the respectable thing, and basically, y'all, the whole thing went down because me and my business partner asked a young lady on our dance team to be respectful of herself on the internet and in public. Now, how the hell you get upset about that? I don't know, but that's just that was the foundation.
Some people you can't say nothing.
And a lot of these kids, they think that posting every single thing about their life on the internet is appropriate. So
well, hell, adults feel that way.
I told them verbatim, listen. If you choose to suck off the entire football team, that is your business.
Discretion is key, ladies.
You do not have to tell everybody that you have to do that.
Did she meant to say something?
And when I said that, the only thing they can think about was, did she really just say? Yes, that's what I mean. Like, if this is what you choose to do, because again, I am not your mother. It's kind of like a auntie, big sister type of vibe that we got going on with the team. Like, if this is what you choose to do, I may not like it, but the world don't got to know you doing it. That was my point, So I had to learn to be okay with things not being okay. The number 2 thing I learned is that children damn sure get that bad traits from their parents. Like, ain't no doubt about it. When you wonder why she act like that, talk to their parents. That's why I drill and Damari, listen, you can't be going to school acting no fool, because the first thing they're gonna think is, what the hell do mom and daddy got going on? Mm-hmm. Because I think that. Okay, I think that.
I think everybody does.
Right.
Everybody
does.
Yeah.
And then the third thing was, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what profession you're in. Even if you're in a profession where you think they're supposed to be rational, okay? You can never have a rational conversation with an irrational person. So that was just something
that's the word
that I had to, I had to learn. So I mean, I was heartbroken because it's like, when I tell y'all I love this family, y'all, this family was like the heart and soul and the backbone. And I'm just like, Lord, what lesson am I supposed to learn from this? Like,
the 3 you learned.
I guess. I guess. But so that was that in my chronicles or whatnot. But I'm still healing from it.
So what exactly are you upset about?
That the relationship. Oh, another thing I want to talk about. That the relationship ended. Yeah. So okay. So
I don't think it's on pause.
No, it's over with.
For whom?
For me, most definitely.
I think it's probably over on how you handle them
or feel about them.
The feelings will subside, but handle, yes, because you'll always go back to this moment. But I think it's just on pause until, whether she said she was mad or not, she lied.
But her children really don't have anything to do with the organization anymore. She was just doing it out of kindness of her heart to still be involved. So I don't know. I feel okay. Let's talk about this. I want to ask y'all this question. So, because I learned from this, like, okay, so me and my other coach, she gets on my last nerve sometimes. I mean, I be like,
watch this.
No, I told her this. We've had this conversation already.
Right, because I'm like,
no, I told her, I was like, sometimes you get on my nerves.
I don't know about her.
You make me like she just
But that's like, good.
Ooh. But that don't mean that I don't ever want to talk to her again. It just means like I need to pause from you, or we're gonna hash out whatever we got going on, and then we're gonna keep it moving.
Those are real relationships.
Yeah. People feel like
check somebody.
Yeah, and keep it moving.
We don't agree on this shit. All right, give me my space.
Right.
And then you come back.
So, but in this moment, I felt like there was a misunderstanding, and now the relationship has to dissolve. Why? Why can't we just talk about it, agree to disagree, or whatever's gonna happen, and keep moving? Why does it like? Do you guys feel like that about your relationships? Like once you have a disagreement, I mean, however you categorize it, friendships, relationships, family ships, like. Do you get upset with somebody and then that's the end of it? Or
I've never been that way, unless you never. I want to say even if you did some fucked up shit, but I've been with a lot of people who did some fucked up shit. So by the time I cut you off, you have wholeheartedly deserved that shit. It took me a lot to get there. Like, I grieved you before I even did that shit because I knew it was coming. But I don't just cut people. Yeah, I don't just cut people off. I give you so many chances to like hang yourself or do better. I hope that you would do better, but they usually end up hanging themselves. Exactly. But my shit is real quick when I do it. It's like I'm not gonna explain to you why the fuck I did it. Your ass will go on the block list, or I will not respond to you. Don't ask me for shit. Like, that part of me or you is dead. Because like I said, I've grieved you already. So to me, you dead. Ain't no coming back from that, homie.
And then you had, it's not like 1 or 2 incidents.
No, we're talking about years. And I'm talking about like family, friends, relationships. I equally treat everybody the same around the board. I give you the opportunity because I'm always, at first I always check myself. Keisha, what could you have done? Yeah. What is it that you did to provoke this? I always blame myself first. And then once I get past blame myself, because I'm like, bitch, it ain't you. You done self-checked. Then you keep doing some fuck shit. Now I'm like, okay, it's you. So let me address whatever the hell going on inside you. Whether it be, you got your own personal issues, you just a grimy ass person, you a jealous hearted person, whatever your issue may be, I try to at least understand from your point of view. Okay, I'm talking to you, I'm allowing you to correct your behaviors. And when you don't, I just let you keep hanging yourself for a little while, take on a little more. And then after that, I'm like, fuck this shit. Okay. It's just you and me. How you feel about that?
I mean, I feel the same way Keisha feels. I don't put too much energy into stuff though. That's just me. I just don't. When I don't feel like dealing with somebody, I don't. I don't think I've really permanently cut off anybody.
Even if you needed to, you haven't?
I don't think it's anybody that I have permanently like, this shit is done. I'm done with you forever.
Oh, hell.
I don't think so.
I have too.
And not by really choice.
No, it's not by choice on my part. I do it at that point. I feel like survival. Like, I feel like if I don't do it, I'm gonna allow you to keep hurting me because I love you just that much. And it's like I try to find, that silver line. Oh, you're still a good person. You do fucked up shit, but you're a good person. But
once you get past that shit, it get
old. It's like fighting for survival. It's either you or me, and it damn sure ain't gonna be me.
When it ever gets to a situation where it's either you and me, you have to pick yourself. And so at that point, that's what I'm like, okay, this
and it's hard doing therapy on yourself. That's why I see it as when I do self-reflection, it should be therapy. So I always pretend as if like one of my friends came to me was telling the same story that I was saying, like that happened to me. I'm like, if so-and-so sat down and told me this shit happened to them, what would be your advice? Because I ain't gonna give my friend no fucked up advice. So that's how I advise myself. Bitch, if you tell them to leave, then you gotta fucking take your advice for yourself.
Could you use that in every aspect of life?
Yes.
The people you date as well?
Hell yeah. It's just, now I don't leave right away. But if somebody said, if Ashley came to me and said, so-and-so did this to her in a relationship or where somebody she was talking to, I was like, realistically, bitch, are you happy? If she tell me no, then I'd be like, okay, I'm going to help you walk through. Are you happy? So I'm answering the questions like, and so
she in the mirror like
I'm like, okay. Like, I got to be Ashley, but I'm being Keisha therapy. I'm like, well, if you're not happy, bitch, why are we here? So I'd be like, sis, you got to go. And that's when I start the grieving process. Like, by the time I leave and cut somebody off, you've been dying to me slowly for a long time.
I haven't had anybody significant in my life that I just completely cut off.
Significant, but you have few that you've cut off.
Yeah.
Why is that?
She said
anybody significant in my life?
No, just anybody you haven't cut off. Why is that? Do you think? Like do it. No, do they like fizzle out on their own?
They gotta fizzle out on their own. Oh. Like I don't make it a point. Like I am done talking to you. This is it. The end.
If they come back, they come back. If they don't.
So like 5 years from now, if they be like, hey, thought about you.
Yep, he goes shits. What this nigga want?
Good luck, cause no foul.
No harm, no foul. Like I just don't put a lot of energy into stuff like that. I don't feel like putting energy into, man. So it don't really affect me. Like all right,
This what we doing today? Okay.
You on this bullshit. All right, whatever. You can be on your bullshit. I'm just fine. What I'm doing. So you be over there, whatever. But I never say like I'm just done. Like, It just doesn't. It just doesn't affect me like that.
That's good.
I don't know.
I've never had to cut
over
people.
things
Oh,
like
I
that.
have had to cut people off, like in a relationship type aspect, but not very many.
Even my ex.
My relationships, it was only 2 that I cut off.
I've cut off in the beginning. Oh yeah. In the beginning, but eventually, they come back around. Not necessarily in that way, like the point where we can be cordial and have a conversation. Yeah. We check up on each other.
They find a way. They start a new Instagram page.
Okay.
DM my ass. Hey.
Okay.
That has happened to me. I'm like,
has it?
Yes. Like, he was blocked on all calls, all emails. And
emails? Who the fuck is
emails? They will.
If they want to get about it.
If they want to get in contact with you bad enough, people will find your email.
What? And so he started Instagram page, had like 2 photos, said that shit to private.
Is this the guy that I introduced you to?
Yes.
I knew it. He's crazy as fuck.
And sit up there and be like, hey, shit ain't. I mean, but at that point, yeah, you're apologizing, you're explaining, but to me, you was dead a long time ago. So I'm not saying your apology is not warranted. If it makes you feel better, great. I don't need it anymore because I've already moved on. Like most of the time, and it's a whole nother topic, but most of the time, by the time people get that whack ass apology years later, that person done moved the fuck on. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people still need that apology. So if you owe somebody an apology, just say that shit before y'all die. But
I'm never gonna apologize.
Yeah. But ultimately, when it comes to me, when I cut you off, I don't need the apology anymore. There's nothing you're gonna say that's gonna rewind
or make things better.
We are no longer. Nothing good can come from what the fuck we got going on. Nothing. So I don't need the apology anymore. So at that point, keep your whack ass apology. Family, friend, foe, or nigga.
You should feel that shit right. So
because I'm a nice ass person, contrary to what some people may believe. If you get to experience me, it's like heaven. If I like you, like as anybody.
So you just gonna?
Oh, I'm gonna compare that shit to heaven.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna compare that shit to heaven.
My exact
because
question.
It's nothing that you can ask me. It's like I get superpowers. It's like nothing you can ask me that I'm not able to accomplish.
Oh,
I know that shit's like it amazes the fuck out of me.
Say that shit then, Keisha.
That's what I said. It's like the world just opened up. Like they want what? They want the moon. I bring you the moon. So that's how.
Well, Keisha, it's a couple of things.
Baby.
I mean, I think I need that.
And that's why
that ain't never been me.
That's why I have to get to the point of cutting you off because you won't. Beggars and takers will never stop taking. And givers feel compelled to fucking give.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to cut that off if I truly, truly love you and I think you're in need. So I'm just gonna
have I ever asked you for money?
No, not that I could think of. I don't know. No, you may have
prove a point.
No, I'm just asking.
No, you never asked me for money. You may have called and stated like, "Hey, I'm financially down." Not to ask me for anything, just like whatever your financial situation was. And I do recall, maybe I stopped by, bring a grocery or two, help a kid out with a book.
I say that to say. I mean, I asked that to say because, like you said, takers. Like, if I'm just not one of them type of people that just ask for shit. Oh shit, I need $20. Let me go. I just think it's so crazy.
I normally don't have very many friends. I try not to surround
some people don't care. They don't have no shame.
No.
Well, don't ask me for $5. Don't y'all ever ask
them? They're not embarrassed by it. They don't care. They will ask you for anything.
I learned that in my last
that person, and keep asking. They don't care. They don't have no shame.
And they mom. Mm-hmm. That was personal, but
yeah, that ain't nothing.
That ain't my man.
If you like what's worse, you can say no. Okay,
I'm just saying because my thing is if I got it, if I truly have it, and I'm not gonna be destitute without. Even if I was gonna be destitute, I've given two like that. But at the end of the day, it's just kind of like if I love you and I see that you without, I'm not gonna let you be without. And that's like me sitting on here eating and you be like, "What you hungry?"
Oh yeah, I'm that person.
Like the fuck, I'm like, nigga, you hungry? Your family hungry? Like let me do whatever.
I'm not the person that goes like above in the moon and all that bullshit.
You're not giving them the money. It's not like heaven over there.
No, it's not.
Baby, I gave you outer space.
I will give a person my last. I am definitely a giver.
Yes,
I definitely am a giver. If I see somebody in need. Man,
Y'all know if I ever
Yeah.
ask y'all for something, I must really need it because I don't.
And that's why,
I
like,
don't
any
ask.
of my friends, my
Yeah,
close
I
friends,
don't
and
ask.
that'll come through. Like, if y'all ask me for something, I'll be like,
I mean, I got to
because I know
really
you,
be.
and I wouldn't even expect that shit back.
I got to.
I don't ask
I got
nobody
to
for nothing.
really be
The only
like.
person I ask for something is my mama.
Right? Right. I'm about to say,
My mama, my
I
only
asked my
person.
mama and I asked my brother, my little big brother.
I would
now
ask
that I
my
have to go
family
further.
first.
Yeah, like you
If
know
it's
how
my
some people.
mama.
Okay, listen, y'all. Let me know if y'all ever feel this way. Okay, if somebody asks you something and you be like, "God damn, what was I on the list?" Like for you to ask me,
yeah.
like how many people did you have to like? Am I that high up on your list? Like for
Mhm.
you, for that some people that you just really don't like. Not to say you don't ride with them like that, but nigga, we ain't like that tight. For you to
No.
ask me for
Yeah.
some shit
I never
like
had
that.
that happen. Thank
It's like you
God.
could. I mean, I could think of 10 people that you should have or could have asked before you asked me.
They probably, here's the thing that I learned about takers. That they have worn those people the fuck out. So
okay.
you are the last,
once
you
you
are
the
the first
yeah.
on their list of 10.
Okay.
But they
Okay,
it's
that
like
makes
they just
sense.
go through their hand. Who the fuck? I promise to pay all these people back.
Who's next?
Go, 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 go.
Who's next?
Hey.
That's what it is.
Baby,
Who's next?
next.
Okay, you said no. Who's next?
No,
Tag your
yeah.
turn, and that's it. No,
I'm not doing that.
I'm not
It's
doing
not even
that.
a pride thing. It's just the like I just got morals and values and respect for myself and others and my friends and if I can work that shit out on my own, I'm gonna do that. Like the last thing. Now I asked my dad in a minute, "Hey, daddy." Okay, that's
because that's your parental, and you should
Yeah.
be able
That's
to
different.
do that. And that's
When I
what
said I
started
asked my
it
mom, and
first.
that's about it.
My dad is that person that will talk about you like a dog. You couldn't do this and you couldn't do
And
that,
you
but
still
that money
ask.
be but that money be in that account
Oh.
or whatever
He'll
I'm
do all
asking
that,
for.
but it's still in
He
that
will do
account.
all that, but whatever you asking for, he'll come through for you. And I'm like, I asked him one time, I was like, why you gotta do all that? Like, you know you about to like
Because it make
come
you think
through.
twice before asking.
Hell no, not if I done picked up
Like
the
a pig
pattern.
ass.
But no, I do my
Picked
parents
up
like
a
that too. I
pattern.
have to. I peep that pattern. So
That's
no, I
okay.
do that with my parents as well. Like I have to like really need it before I ask. Like I'm not just about to be asking. I'm not about to do that.
Y'all can always go out here and sell some ass. Get your bills paid.
There's so many things you can do for money now.
It really is.
The world is
know
at
what?
our fingertips.
Before you resort to
Literally,
asking
the world is
people,
at
I
our
ain't giving out no
fingertips now.
ass.
you ain't really got to give up ass. You can go drive Uber Eats, or if you do hair from
It's
your
so many
kitchen
things
or
now.
nails
Just
or toes,
anything.
or get fake ass
Wait.
massages from your house.
Did you
I don't
say
give a fuck
fake
what
ass?
you do.
Fake
Let
ass
me tell you
massage.
this real quick. So
No certification, just over there rubbing on people.
And I will be your customer if that's what you need.
listen, y'all, I have acquired a piece of a cleaning company. And
A piece of it.
a piece of it. And so me and my husband kind of do that on the side right now. And when I tell y'all, motherfuckers is so nasty. Because we clean up like office buildings. It's just a one office building. I swear this man lives in his office. He got shoes. His whole closet is in there. And my thing is, how you supposed to clean if it's like shit all over the desk? Like, how can I properly dust it if you got shit all over your desk? And I mean, it's like snot rags and who the fuck is cleaning that?
Obviously not him.
And obviously not me neither, nigga, because I'm not doing that shit. I just politely wipe around it and keep it moving. But like they be so like tonight.
Yuck.
Listen, y'all, it was this glass underneath like the little computer area. I don't know what the fuck was in it, but it's been in there the last 2 weeks. And it's like thick with some liquid and it's like brown. And I don't know what it is. And I just want to know, can I throw it away?
I think that you should just let it be.
Yeah, but today I had kind of got like over it, and I just lifted up some shit and just threw it in the trash. It was like crumb. I'm glad I lifted it up because it was crumb.
You know what?
Nasty.
When we were at work,
Nasty.
like
It is nasty.
full time, we have like a break room on each floor. So each floor is responsible for their cleaning their break room.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, cleaning the floor, you don't do that shit. But anyway, the refrigerator was so fucking nasty. So my thought is, I don't even bring my lunch to work, but I don't want to smell shit. So I just clean it. But my thought process is I put a message out, hey, I'm cleaning the refrigerator on this day.
You put a note on?
Yeah, I put a message out.
Oh.
The note on the refrigerator. I put a note on the refrigerator. I put a note on the door, and I sent a message through email. If you got some shit on the first floor in the refrigerator, I'm cleaning it out on this day at this time. I'm not asking no questions. I ain't washing no dishes because the bitch
That's what
don't
they
like
do
to
at our
wash dishes.
company.
And I'm tossing it. I'm
Mhm.
just tossing it. I'm not looking at it. And that's exactly what I was doing. My supervisor want to open shit and well, let's wash. No, bitch, you wash because it's
Yeah, we're
grown
not
people.
doing all
If
of
I had
that.
to get to the point that I gotta clean up behind other grown people, I'm not washing nothing. I'm not opening nothing. I don't give a shit if your grandma china sitting in the refrigerator is getting tossed the fuck out. Y'all gotta do better at your work
I'm talking about
environment.
y'all have
Clean your work
to.
environments. Clean your ass. Clean your
Yes.
refrigerators in the break room. Stop being that nasty.
But
fucking
listen, you could
coworker.
listen, if
On
you
your
want to
ass.
be nasty at your house, that is
It's
fine.
still not fine.
No, it's fine. But you cannot be
Keisha, it's their personal
nasty.
space.
Right,
It
you cannot
doesn't
be
matter.
nasty
But
in
you want
community
Keisha,
property. You can in a community
People can be
environment.
nasty at their own home.
No.
It's just them. That's their business.
Because y'all wondering
Keisha.
why you out here feeling attacked and why you ain't got no fucking peace because your house is fucking nasty and
Keisha,
your brain is
Keisha.
cluttered.
Wait, let it go. Let it go.
Clean the shit up. You got shit laying all around and you like, I can't function. I can't function. It's just you ain't got no fucking peace in your house because your house is dirty. So take the weekend if you're single and clean your fucking
Keisha,
house.
the hoarders be at peace.
Oh,
They
that's
do.
another thing.
They be happy. They feel comfortable.
Yes,
They
you
do,
can
the
be a
hoarders.
hoarder. There's a difference between being a hoarder.
The
of
people
items
nasty now.
Now,
The hoarders
yes,
super
some of
nasty.
them
but I'm
are.
saying I know a few hoarders. You can be a hoarder of things, but when you start seeing cat and dog feces and dead goldfish and shit, bitch, you nasty, and you need to clean it up.
Did she call him a bitch?
So,
Is she attacking the people?
oh, you're right. That's right. You're
She
right.
said, "My bitch, you nasty." Remember that time y'all told me I was going off on
She already said they ain't got no damn peace.
You're right. You're right.
This is
Okay.
Keisha
She said the people ain't got no
Okay.
goddamn peace in their life.
Okay, let me go back. She right.
Well, bitch, you nasty. Did y'all hear that? Oh, she didn't mean that.
She right. Okay, so
She
let
had
me
a
rephrase
moment.
it.
Let's
Let me
take a
self-reflect.
pause. Yes.
Let me self. Okay.
Let's retract that.
Because you know what, hoarding is a real mental illness.
Yeah, it's a psychological situation.
So I don't want to say you're nasty if you're a hoarder.
She don't want to say, bitch, you nasty.
Correct. Correct. So I'm gonna reflect and I'm gonna say that if you are a hoarder or you think you might have suspicions of hoarding.
I'm not doing this with you. I can't even take your ass serious.
You read that on the goddamn paper or something.
No, y'all know how they be on their computer.
Keisha, did you read these lines so I got to the people?
Well, you're doing a horrible ass job.
The first step
got
is admitting.
Suspicious of being a hoarder.
So if you think you or your
If you or anyone you know
is hoarding,
show signs of hoarding, you know what? We about to get. You know what?
just fuck it.
You know
My
what?
bad. If you're a hoarder, my bad.
Keisha,
Live how you want to live.
again, nasty people or hoarders have peace.
Some
people are comfortable living like that. You know the saying, ignorance is bliss.
Yes, I agree. You're right. Okay.
That's their world.
Okay.
They just like whatever.
Okay.
You know, how dumbass people just be walking around happy as fuck all the time.
I wish
and
I was one of those
goddamn
people.
thing.
I wish I was one of those people.
Oh,
I'm like,
listen.
you are dumb as hell.
I would love to be dumb.
Speaking about dumbass people,
They life is so fucking happy.
It is. They just
I have a manager.
no cares in the world.
Is this gonna get you fired?
You might. I have a manager.
Don't care.
No, she used to be like, she's a white lady in her, I think she's 50, early 50s, 49, 50.
Is she a hoarder?
No,
Okay.
changing the subject.
Okay,
We're talking about ignorance is bliss. This
Okay.
is what led me
Yes.
to this.
Okay.
And so she used to be like the most amazing manager. Because you know, you have managers that are really good at managing people. And then you know those who know the job well and really are not.
They don't need to be a manager.
Right. And they don't know how to like disconnect.
Manage.
And then there are the very, very few that have a combination of both and are just amazing leaders, right? So she was on the other end when she was just like a people's person. She didn't really know, you know, the job well, but it was okay because, you know, she made up for it being so good with the people. She was my direct manager. She hired me on to this position. Here we are 7 years later. And now I'm working with her again. And I'm like, what the fuck happened to you? She is like the most, the cake ain't done there. She has so many blonde moments. And it's just like, did you think about that before you open your mouth and ask that question or even made that comment? Like, not only does she not know the job, now she's horrible at working with people. So I'm like, at what point are you going to give up this leadership thing? Like,
never, because I don't want to give up the pay.
And I'm just like, I think that.
So what do you think changed from her
I
being
have
good?
no idea.
That's what I'm feels like she might be burnt out.
No,
Yeah,
because
they
she
had
keeps
to.
getting promoted. She keeps
That don't mean she
moving
not
up.
burnt out.
She doesn't have to do anything. What is she burnt out from? It's just like
Dealing with people. Sometimes that's
That shit is
exhausting.
tiring as fuck.
Speaking
she
from
has.
a manager's point of
Let me
view,
hear this.
you are more than a manager. You take on people's personal lives. You're a counselor.
Yep.
You're everything to them.
You gotta care about the
You're
shit you don't care about.
everything to them.
Oh, like on the dance scene.
Everything.
Yeah.
You can't have bad days where you just block everything out because this gonna be this wrong, this wrong, this wrong. Oh, somebody died in my family. Oh, this.
Yeah.
They come to you for everything.
But that does not give you an excuse to speak to me how you do.
It doesn't, but some people can't handle that.
Yeah.
What does she need
And
to get
it
the
comes
motherfucker
on
out?
too much.
Because you gotta
too
look
much
at it
one
as
time.
she has her own personal issues, like just outside of work with her own family, whatever the fuck happened in her family. They require you to check that at the door, but let's be honest, how many of us really check our issues at the door? We can be pleasant, but we have a hard time doing that.
Mhm.
Then I gotta come in and listen to everybody else's fucking issues. I can't talk about my shit because I gotta have a barrier between manager and employee, and then I gotta deal with whatever the fuck coming down the pipeline. I gotta deal with work issues. I'm not saying that that warrants her to be disrespectful.
It's not disrespectful. It's just like, bitch, did you think about that? Yes, I called her a bitch. It's our shit. You know how you say you can talk about people in your family because they ain't gonna never listen to this. No, she ain't gonna never listen to this. Not she.
Well, she probably won't ever listen to it.
Exactly. She will never listen to
But
it.
if you do, hey girl.
No, ain't no hey girl.
Okay.
And bitch is a term of endearment. That's what us African Americans usually use when we talk about people that we love.
Yep. It has multiple meanings, like nigga.
Keep it moving. No, but like, okay, so this is what I'm talking about specifically. So I was applying for a job some years back, and I asked her to take a look at my resume because before, well, not maybe but before you move on, you gotta have the approval of your manager. They always ask. So I answered the phones, and I talked to different accounts. So on my resume, I put managed accounts. Do y'all think that I lied?
No, but I don't think you were specific.
Right. So they always say find areas where you can kind of beef it up and elaborate, but it ain't quite a lie. You know what I mean? It's like borderline. Right. She goes, come out. Don't you think that's a stretch? When the last time you had to write a resume? In every class, they always what's the word I'm trying to say? Encourage you to do this.
As your manager, she said that.
Yeah, she said, don't you think that's a stretch?
So what did you think when she said that? Because I know what I'm going to tell you. I thought.
What I thought was, where the hell you been under a rock? Because every class that I've taken at school, every meeting or classroom that I've been in this job has encouraged us to do this. It's not a lie. It's just a very eloquent way of disguising what you really do on the border of a lie, but not really.
What else did she say? Huh? What else did she say?
That's all she said about that.
Okay.
That's all she said. She said, "Well,
don't I can't wait to hear what Keisha got to say."
She said, "Don't you think that's a stretch?" And then my response was, "No, we're actually encouraged to do that because I do manage accounts. When you look at the definition of manage, I fit that description. So I don't just because it's not because you know what I actually do is why you're doing it. But that just made me think that she hasn't had to do a resume. You know what I'm saying? She's always been on the other side of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Privilege.
Thank you.
That's exactly where I was going.
That's what I mean. I feel that was my whole point. That's what's changed. That's what's changed.
That's a part of the ignorance, which is true.
Right.
But they're never going to be able to understand. Black people, thank you. I was trying so hard to figure out a nice way to put this shit that didn't sound racist. But
here we are. Here we are. And sometimes there's no way around
Black people, well, this is true. Black people are always looking for an approval from white people, and we're not gonna ever get it. They don't know what the fuck it's like to be black. They don't know what the fuck it's like to just realize that slavery ended 156 years ago, and that your great grandmama probably was a damn slave. Like they don't. They can't even fucking fathom that world. The only reason why you got half of the racial wars and tensions that we got this year is because the world fucking stopped and they had no choice but to look at that shit.
Man, come on.
So that's the only reason why you get what you get. But a white woman is never gonna understand your resume because she don't have to put and beef shit up on her resume. Right. White women get hired because she's a white woman. Period.
Yep.
Right.
Period. She don't qualify. I've seen this shit happen on my job. I've seen it happen on other people's job. That she could not even have a degree and be sitting in the same position when you got to. Like,
That's
the
my
position
point.
may have required a degree, and they say, "Oh, she's obtaining one." And you be like, "Well,
Right.
I'm obtaining one too. I'm obtaining a
Or in
doctorate."
progress.
Right.
That's what I learned. They put in progress. Ain't filled out that now piece of application for a college.
Not at all.
But, and I agree 110%, and that is what I think has changed. I feel like she has been so privileged to have things fall in her lap time after time after time after time that she has just lost it. Like, she does not really grasp the understanding of what it takes for not just removing race out of it. Someone from a lower level, how hard we have to work just to even consider being, of some type of caliber.
Right.
Right.
And you know what's devastating? I had the opportunity to sit on the other side and be an interviewer. My brother owns a convenience store. So I tried to hire for him. You guys, when I tell you the quality of the applications that I got, I was so sad for us as a community.
Child, that should be ratchet. I'm sorry. That sound rude. We're
Y'all,
supposed to educate the black people.
And this is what, this, Keisha and Shantis, I know y'all say I got a goddamn dream every other day, but there is something we have to do to help them.
No.
If there is offer a class or put out a seminar or a one pager or something, because somebody got to let these people know you cannot put this on your resume and think you're going to get hired. Let me tell y'all real quick. So, like I said, a convenience store worker. This person said they worked at Chipotle. If I, under my job description, worked at Chipotle, I would say, maintain day-to-day operations or give great customer service. This person say, I cut onions, I cut lettuce, and I cut tomatoes. And then they spelled N-A-M. They didn't say A-N-D. They put A-N. And they cut
And I know
onions.
that shit had a squiggly line on word when you did it.
And I cut onions. And I cut lettuce. And I cut tomatoes.
And that was it.
And this was their job description. No, it was other things, but it was just like that.
Yeah.
Because you don't remember none but the fucking onions and lettuce and tomatoes they cut.
And that's all. And I'm just like,
you could have even said, I'm a food preparer.
Right.
Yeah.
That's preparation of daily food or whatever.
Right.
That is what
bitch,
I was chef. Because
you a chef at this point, nigga. You a chef.
You don't know what I did there.
Y'all, and then somebody else, another one I read, they said something like, worked at the cash register, same thing as customer service. Greet the people at the door, same thing as customer service. I will show you this. I kid you
when
not.
I tell you,
I'm looking like, what the hell
when people used to get a job, it used to be an honor.
Used to be.
But now when you get a job, I'm just gonna be real with you. For somebody who does a hiring process, when you do get a job, it's really because everybody else just fucking sucks.
Right.
It's not an honor.
Like,
it's just because you probably was hired before you ever walked through the fucking door.
Right.
Because shit, like what we do is we get the applications. Say people said 60 applications. We go through real quick. Shit misspelled. We can't spell your name. Don't know how to pronounce your name.
Right.
Sorry, Toss. So for
I
those
do
who
that,
have,
and I feel so bad.
Extremely hard because you gotta think. You gotta think. Out of 60 applications, we got everyday jobs. Okay, bitch, I still got shit to get back to once I review this application. So we go through that. Then we look at your resume and shit like cut onions. I'm like, no, because I can't. Now I'm gonna have to sit here and train your ass extensively, and I ain't got that kind of time. I need to get you to get in and go. Okay. So then we looking at social media. That's an extra fucking step. And then it's like, oh, I'm a bad bitch of the South. And I be like, okay. Because at this point, when you work where I work, you're representing. You ain't representing yourself. Now, some people can work this job and post that shit and you still work. That's good.
Yeah,
you can't
convenience store, you can do all that.
Yeah, you can't work where I work and you representing other people. So now you can't be the bad bitch of the South. So, either make your shit private, take the shit off while you applying for jobs. That's up to you. I don't fucking know. But once you bad bitch of the South, I'm like, well, hell, that shit didn't work. And then, so out of 60, so by the time you done start with 60, now we down to 10. Bitch, we only interviewing 10. Okay? So whatever the hell you come in and say, you done weaned out about 7.
And you happy because you finally get this one person like, okay, their resume look okay, their name is good, and guess what? And then they don't motherfucking show up.
Oh, no. Or they show up and then, okay, people. Okay.
Are we about to get on a tire?
Yes.
Are we getting on the tire?
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's I don't even know. We still in the 21st century. It's 2021. And I know things in clothing have become relaxed, you know, piercings.
Slightly.
Everything is good. Everything is good. People are more, hey, I feel it. You can have colored hair and all that good shit.
As long as it looks nice and neat.
But at the end of the day, nothing beats a fucking suit. Even if the shit don't button up, just wear the fucking suit. Man or woman, okay? Because my boobs be big. It's hard to find a suit. I just put the damn jacket on. And you doing interviews, just have your pajama pants on a damn little jacket. Because at the end of the day, we looking at how you dress. And I'm not saying it has to always be a suit. I'm just saying neat, okay? If you know you got a big booty Jody, and your dress hike up in the back, this may not be the dress for you. Just put a jacket on the dress. That's it.
I always say at the end of the day, when we hire somebody, we want to hire somebody that has respect for themselves.
This shit is the basic shit.
The basic. You could be dumb as a motherfucking rock, but if your outfit is on point, you look nice and neat. We don't fucking know that till we hire you. Then we like, well, how the fuck we missed this? Like, how did we miss this? You know.
And I'm saying this because I'm a good people reader. The last couple interviews I sat on, we've hired my people, and they've been phenomenal fucking people to the point they've been hired in other places. Thank you. But so I'm not saying I can look past the no suits and shit, but we can't look past stupidity. Okay. People, if you want to do better in life, and even if it's the people who are listening to us and you are in a position to do better, pass this message on to somebody who you know needs to do better. Because at the end of the day, y'all gotta want to care. And a part of me wants to feel bad, like, damn, my black people really don't know. But another part of me is kind of like, you don't know because you haven't fucking asked. All this shit is on Google.
But listen, okay, sorry, and let's bring this to a close.
But we still love y'all.
We love y'all. But then we have there are some people they don't know because you know
Google
we
is so
about
underrated.
What it is, but listen, maybe
YouTube,
they did, maybe they mama and them did go to Google. People do what they learn.
YouTube,
they mama and them
before
did
you ask the internet stupid ass shit, go to Google and find it out for yourself. Before you ask me stupid ass shit on the job, which y'all do all the time. Guess what I did? I Googled it.
Everybody doesn't know that.
that.
You know what I mean? Like, I give people a one-time pass. You ask me something crazy, then I let you know, hey, you know, next time you can do this, that, and the third. Like, I'm all about helping because I don't know. But what I really want us to do is I want us to care about ourselves. I want us to take pride in ourselves. And I want us to stop just putting shit out there that make us look ridiculous. Stop it. We are our own worst enemy. We doing this shit to ourselves. Like, come on, bro. Y'all got to do better.
Google and YouTube. Period. Pooh.
It's like beating a dead horse.
Or school. Pick up a book or something. Like, read. Shit.
Audio book it.
Oh, yeah. I went through a couple of books. Anyway.
We just snapped on people today.
We have.
We done shaved the fuck out y'all life.
No, anyways, in closing, y'all listen.
But we do love y'all.
We love y'all. But you know what? Tough love is the best love, y'all.
We telling you what your mama didn't tell you.
Or what your mama should have told you.
Maybe she didn't know.
If he hadn't been too busy sleeping with the neighbor.
Oh my God.
That escalated quickly.
Anyways, now look, y'all, we love y'all for real. We love y'all for real. And tough love is the best love. And listen, y'all got to do better, my black people. Y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do better with communication. Y'all got to do better with these job applications. Y'all got to do better.
All this shit can be found on Google and YouTube. And a book. If you need recommendations, please ask us.
Reach out. We are here to help.
DM us at Extra Shade Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, Extra Shade Pod on the Twitter. And you also can, maybe we could do a resume building shit on YouTube.
Hey.
Let us know if you need a resume builder.
Listen, we're not out here just...
We'll be so much nicer.
We're not out here just lashing out. We actually are bringing solutions. So if y'all got real problems and questions, we are here to help.
Holla.
Thank you. Till next time.